Hey everybody, it's me, Daniel, aka DJ Exotic, aka Omega Tech. I'm going to explain a few things about the update on this video. So I'm going to talk about my name change, my PC, video, and camera production, and music. So let's start with my name change. For the longest time, for about 10 years, I've been known as DJ Exotic. The reason why I picked that name is because I was trying to be something different on my music skill. That I always pick music in a unique kind of style or exotic kind of style, so I just picked the name DJ Exotic during a time when I was getting into DJing. The reason why I'm doing the name change is because I had a problem with promoters for the longest time within the last 4 years of them saying what style you're going to be spinning and why you're doing it under his name. I know many DJs like DJ Venom or DJ Inyon that does multiple style of music. Even a local DJ that doesn't spin it anymore, he does a lot of different style of music and he mixes it in one set. I had a tendency to mix different type of styles during my shows. I would spin USLA hard house, jump style, hardstyle, hardcore, industrial hardcore, and recently crossbreed. And I had a problem with promoters because promoters got pissed off when I didn't spin a one-setter. Now, I gotta remind y'all, when I do these shows at local rave or EDM shows, majority of the DJs are gonna spin the same style you're gonna be spinning. Even though in Texas there's a little bit of a hardstyle and hardcore scene, they're gonna spin the same style you are. So, unlike me, I like to mix it up. I like to spin a little bit, hardstyle with a little bit of hard house and jump style because they got the same BBN range, same as the hardcore. I might 1 minute spin some mainstream hardcore to industrial to crossbreed, and maybe drop a few drum bass tracks that's got that dark element to it. And the name change that I've been using, and most of you already seen it at my SoundCloud, is Omega Tech. The name Omega Tech came from watching a movie, a German film about this guy, scientist who wanted to become technology, and then something happened and he used the technology that he had in his laboratory to make himself some kind of cyborg robot. So Omega Tech is going to be something like that. I'm taking the technology that's out there in the music scene, from MIDI controllers, DJ software, to the new elements of DJ hardware, because majority of DJs are using DJ controllers and MIDI controllers, or they're not using CDJs or turntables. But my set is going to be a little bit different because mine's going to be turntables with the modern, mixer that's going to have all-in-one kind of controls instead of using a sound card box like Serato or Tractor. So that's the reason why I got the name Omega Tech, because I'm going to be doing a lot of, cool things with those type of items. So I will still be doing hardstyle under DJ Exotic and hard dance music and other style, but like Omega Tech is going to be like the hardcore element and dark side kind of music that I'm going to be doing, because that's to be the best thing to do with, in that name, Omega Tech. The other thing is about my PC. If you have noticed on my SoundCloud, I only released one mix of this year, and that was the Echo of Soul, the hardstyle mix for dedication to the MMO players online. Recently my PC was dying. The 5 years I had it, it was dying very slow. The programs that was making it, wearing out the computer from this RAM, from CPU. I had a water cool all-in-one block on it to keep the CPU cool, and that motor actually went out from the heat. Top of that, because I was playing games or I was doing a lot of video editing, then that CPU would get overheat a lot, meaning that my computer would crash sometimes, because I put a safe mode on in there. If it overheats, it just shuts stuff off, or it just crashes out of nowhere. I've been having that problem for the last 4.5 years. It was kind of harder for me to push videos out, so I had no choice to upgrade a PC. I started getting parts around February, and I started doing the build in March. Right now I'm currently on a Asus 970 Gaming Pro motherboard that is AM3 plus the CPU is a 8320 that is 3.5 to 4.0 on the turbo settings, which is kind of good for gaming or video editing. The RAM is a little overkill. The motherboard only supports 32 gigabytes worth of memory, but I can update it once I put the BIOS in, which I'm gonna stay at 32 instead of trying to go to 64. And most of you probably wonder what kind of GPU I got. I got a Sapphire R9 390 8GB model. Since May came around that time, AMD's released a RX 480 8GB, which is really great and is VR ready and cheap. So this new PC is gonna make me do better video editing in the faster pace. Then I try to wait to render a video for at least 3 hours, because I did test it on some old video footage I had laying around, and render videos in half of that time. So I can render videos in 30 minutes or less, like 5 minutes. The one I did, they are still gonna be 1080p. Also, when I decided to update to a new PC, I was trying to transfer some programs to my my extra drive, because I was trying to get my old hard drive out of my PC to the new hard drive that was bigger, which was 2 terabytes. Most of the software I was able to get worked on my new PC because I'm using an SSD in this one, but the one I was supposed to use for extra storage and software, it actually kind of corrupted most of the software. It corrupted my Fruit Loops, it corrupted my Photoshop, which I had to rebuy again, even though I had the disk and the serial number, it wouldn't let me put them in. And the Sony Vega I was able to save because I did kind of like email Sony and I told them I had this product but it didn't want to work in my PC when I was trying to transfer the programs to a newer, bigger hard drive, and they were able to help me out with that issue. Right now I'm trying to save some money to get Fruit Loops and some other programs so I can start producing music again. That's another thing. For the longest time I've been trying to get back into music, but I have no time for it because, you know, my job and my life. But since the Edgarfish show that happened in Dallas, I'm actually going to be stepping up my, music production and get back to that type of style. Everybody's kind of like still trying to do the hardstyle kind of music here at Texas, but there's no one here at Texas doing hardcore music. So I'm going to just try to get into hardcore music again and try my best to try to, produce some. Also, this new PC is going to help me to get ahead of my production right now. Besides the gaming, that's another thing I built this PC for. It's an all-out editing machine, but it's also an all-out, gaming machine. I mean, all that power, I'm able to play, Hitman, Gmod, most of my MMO games. That's the one thing that's kind of like taking time away from me. But also, if I'm trying to do something like very musical, I can actually go in there and try to like clean up the musical kind of style. Like when I do my recordings, I've got a recorder, and then I can go in there, edit that recording, master it some odd reason, and clean it up and make it all leveled out and put it on my SoundCloud. So it's going to take time to get me up and running and trying to get some music out and some musics. I got a mix coming out pretty soon called The Last Breed. That's been kind of like on the back burner for the longest because I've been trying to like get everything set up and trying to get a track list going. But hopefully I get it out middle of September. Okay, the camera issue that I've been having problems with. Back in February when I was doing my PC build, I was trying to store my video footage that I got from DJ Brisk from the Big Mariner Productions. I forgot the event name already. Basically, they threw an event in Dallas and Briscoe was there and I was able to do a video recording. Well, the next day I was trying to get some video footage out and I broke the USB connector on my camera. So I was in the shit. So I called Canon to check if I still had a warranty, or if I didn't have a warranty, I could send the camera off still and get it repaired. They told me I still had warranty. This year is my last year, but since I renewed it, I got another warranty plan. But the problem was when I sent my camera out to the Canon manufacturer to get it repaired, It took them a long time. I thought they first stated it wasn't fixing my camera, but I did kind of call them and they told me that my order was the, late order, because there's so many cameras in that that facility that's getting, fixed, to the point where my camera was at like the bottom of the list, because you had top companies sending their cameras there to get fixed first, and the customer cameras that was just, set on the side, So my camera was up there, let's see, I sent it off in late February, and I barely got it back in August. They didn't charge me at all because I was still on a warranty, and I registered a new warranty program that I signed up for, and they were able to fix the USB. The downfall of the video footage, since I told them that please do not delete the video footage in the camera because I still need to get the video footage out, they say okay, and now I got video footage that's got arcing in the middle of the shots. It's only there for a brief second. Then I got pixel image damage, where 1 minute the video be really, really clean, and also on about a good hair of a second you see these pixels just come out of nowhere. Maybe it might come on the left side or the right side of the screen. Also, even though I don't use the audio is kind of like going in and out. Now I did view the video footage on the camera before I sent it off, and everything was clean, it was good. I even put it on my screen TV, it was still good. But when I was trying to get the video footage out the camera and the hard drive, it was already distorted, it was already pixel damage, so I gotta do what was left in that camera. So the idea is, if you're gonna record something, make sure you get a camera that's got an SD card in it. My camera got it, but I never used it because it takes a long time. Plus, most of the SD cards I got is not big enough, and I'm not gonna spend like almost $60 to get a 128 gigabyte, SD card. But now I gotta get one pretty soon since this happened. So hopefully I get the brisk video out pretty soon after I do my mix. Other than that, hopefully I get everything, up and running. So I pretty much told you about everything about the name change, my PC, video production, music, camera. Basically that's all it. That's all I got to say about my little update in this video. Sorry it took so long. I'm looking at the camera right now. It's 12:20 right now. But hopefully I can release the last remix, which I'm gonna do a intro video about that to promote the mix out more. And also I got a project coming up pretty soon in late November. Can't say the details yet because it's not confirmed yet. But I will be doing the videos again. I will be releasing mixes pretty soon. And I will be making music again to support the Texas hard dance and hardcore scene. So wish me luck, guys, and see you soon.